Hello. Welcome to Chess with Chris.
Seems like a tactical error.
So
Do you want to
we
get us caught
are-
up here and I'll...
Excuse me. There, 1 second. I had some kind of blip there. But, yeah, we're live. Hello to all the VOD people. How's it going? Glad you could watch the stream. Today, I'm going to be going back to my roots and slowing it down. Play some slow games, doing some endgame puzzles. Endgame puzzles are not easy, okay? These are going to be challenging. Even for me, and maybe even for some of the stronger players that like to watch the stream. So I think with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and dive right in to one of the studies. And yeah, so let me just pull this up right here, and then I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. In-game studies. All right, if I'm not wrong, should be doing number 8. Yes, number 8. I haven't started this one on stream yet. Okay. All right. So, white is up a piece for 2 pawns, which could be very difficult to win, actually. If there weren't some tactical things here, I think black could draw this. But I guess the point here is that the king is stuck in the corner. So we have to figure out how to take advantage of that. So immediately, like moving the rook somewhere will threaten mate. So black would have to move his rook to give his king an escape square. I kind of like that rook here threatens mate and threatens the pawn. So that's like a first candidate move for me. Black would probably try to defend the pawn and give his king a flight square all at the same time. If he tries to throw in the check first, then king here, and then the rook is under attack, and he can't move his king. So I just take it. I just take his rook, and then I should be able to checkmate soon. So king here is a problem if rook checks. Oh, just got a host. Pepelu with the raid. Thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate that. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for being the first one in the chat as well. Okay, wait. Okay, why is my chat not showing up? Hang on. And my chat is being stupid. Hang on. Technical difficulties, folks. It's been almost a week since I've been live here, and sometimes I don't understand why things don't work the way they want it, the way they should. Okay, so if I save the settings here, I need to copy the URL. Need to go in here. Press OK. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, problem solved. All right, so I was looking at this, followed by this. Then I'm thinking bishop here threatens mate again, cutting the king off. But then he has like pawn up, and life becomes difficult again. So that may not be right. So, if anyone has any ideas in the chat as to what you think might be going on in this position, I would appreciate some hints or whatever. But if not, feel free to just work it out with me. So my first idea was just moving the rook down this file to threaten checkmate. But it looks like black can defend, and allowing his pawn to move would make life difficult. We can win this pawn, but actually no, we can't because check and the king over, maybe king up, and then he just defends this way. And we're not dealing with the king. The king is the issue here. The king is stuck with no moves. Hmm. GM Canty with the follow. Thanks so much, man. Let's see. GM Canty is a national master from the United States. I have a feeling he might know what to do in this situation. But this, it just seems right, but I can't make it work. Let's see. I really like this, but just this is enough to answer it. He goes here. Baby this is not a game. This is a study. I'm looking at an in-game study that I found online and trying to figure out how white wins here. No, that's okay. It's okay. So the line I was looking at was rook here, rook defends a pawn, and then bishop cuts the king off, and then this pawn creates a square. So that the king has this square now. Yeah, it doesn't look promising. There's black gets another passed pawn going. Maybe there's some other way, cutting out this square. Rook c2. So rook c2 is nice because it stops the pawn, then goes and then threatening this. So rook c2 and then rook here with the same continuation, right? The king has an exit square. And if bishop c7, he has, b5. Yeah, I'm not like rook c3. Rook c3 was my first idea with the fork, right? But it solves everything. Yeah, Pepe Lou, that's what I was thinking. So maybe there's something else other than bishop c7. Maybe this rook move here is a good start, but after rook over, there must be some other move besides rook c7 or bishop c7. Hmm. Uh, maybe rook h7 is an idea to start with. And if black tries to hang on to his pawn with like here and then here, this is actually checkmate, so he can't do that. So the rook has to stay on the back rank, and then we pick up this pawn. And rook h7, because with the bishop on b6, the rook can never leave the back rank. Yeah, so we pick up the pawn, but is that enough? I mean, doesn't he just have a back rank defense by staying on the 8th rank, and then we don't win? Maybe we can march our king over and win that way. So rook h7, rook g8 check, king f7, rook over, take the pawn. Oh, black's in zugzwang there. This is the only safe square for the rook. The bishop is covering this square. Yeah, look at that. The bishop's covering this square. The king is covering all of these squares. And then h8 is covered by the rook. And the rook can't go back here because of this is mate. So king over is the only move. So with the rook on f7, the king has to go to... Sorry, with the rook on c8, the king has to go to b8. It's not really a zugzwang, is it? That's a nice. That's nice to look. That's a nice coordination, actually, though. That the rook doesn't have these squares anymore. So rook b8 is forced. Sorry, king b8 is forced. Zigzagging position with our king already on c7. King already on c7. Maybe you mean f7. Here? So his rook has this square, and then his king has this square, and he can go back and forth. But I think after we take his pawn and then go here, then his rook has this position. Ah. But maybe with the rook, after taking this pawn, the king can just slowly march this way and then cover the square, and then we give checkmate. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. So you play rook h7. Maybe rook gives check, king f7, rook goes back to c8, take the pawn, king b8, and then we just march our king. King a8, king here, king c8, king here. Oh, wait, the king's already here. So with king a8, yeah, so once the king is on d7 attacking the rook, if he goes back this way, we have mate, and if he comes up this way, we have mate this way. Wow. I think I just saw all of that. So the king has to go towards c7, and the rook is either going to have to cut off the king's last flight square, in which case we give mate here, or leave the back rank, in which case we give mate here. All right, where's the rook when our king goes here? Let's calculate that one more time. I lost track of. Okay, rook here, check. King f7. Rook back to c8. Take the pawn. King b8. Okay, my king's on f7, so now e7. King back to a8. d7. So the rook is still here, and the king is here. So he can try to defend with king b8. In which case, all we have to do is move our rook like up to h4, and then we're threatening h8 and a4. Oh, but oh no, he has rook. Oh wow, he has king a8, and we can't take the rook because of stalemate. No, this just got a lot trickier because the king doesn't have to protect the rook. Yeah. So I just noticed that the king can move from a8 to b8 with the rook on c8, and we can't take. We can never take there. Maybe there's something simpler than just rook here. Don't take the h pawn. Oh, so give him another move. But isn't this becoming a queen faster than our king is going here? Let's calculate. Okay, that's a good idea. So rook h7. Rook g8, king f7, rook c8, rook here, rook a4. Now he still has king back, or he could try to promote. So h2, king here, h1. No, he's promoting too quickly. They force us to take by promoting, but that's 2 moves black spends. Yeah, but all black was doing instead of moving the pawn was moving the king back and forth. He wasn't really making any progress or anything. I'm not sure that that's an improvement. Maybe we could cut the pawn off somehow and then give him a move with the pawn only when it matters. So like rook c2 and then rook h2, keeping the pawn there until we're ready to give check, and then give black another move. Does that make sense? So you stop the pawn from moving, and then only then you give check, or maybe put him in zigzwang, to where if he moves, then you can take the rook. After he moves, you can take the rook, and then he's not in check stalemate. He goes h2, and then you give mate that way. Okay, so we're back to rook c2. So with the drawing trick, you saw the king on a8, rook on c8, and the king on d7. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if we have, like with rook c2, there's more to calculate than just rook a8, right? Like the rook can go back and forth between c8 and h8 instead of the king going back and forth here. Like the king on d7, the rook can just stay on h8, and then he can play h2. Well, maybe we move a rook on h2 to force his rook back and forth. So with the king on d7 and the rook on h8, he just goes back and forth here. He doesn't have to ever put his rook on c8 with our king. Okay, so maybe back to rook h7. But then we have to take the pawn. Instead of taking the rook on a8, you can play rook on a check, king b8, bishop a7. Oh, I see, with the king and rook here. Discovery with the bishop, let's say bishop e3 and bishop f4 check. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's in the rook h7 line. So rook h7, king rook g8, king f7, rook c8, rook takes h3, king b8, rook king here, king a8, king here, rook b8, and then you just make a waiting move. Then the king goes back to a8, and then you have check, king over, takes, or check. King has to go back, and then you give the discovery. Over here, here, and if rook blocks, you have mate, and the king can't move. Yeah, so the rook has to block. Hey, that works. That totally works. So I think rook h7 is the example. All right, so I'm gonna switch modes here and then bring in this puzzle, and I'm gonna say rook h7. I'm confident enough in that to just try this. Wrong move. Okay, well that don't even look deep enough. That's messed up. That's not a refutation, dude. I have a winning plan. It says equality. I mean, there's something we're missing. Yeah, it says equality here, but I don't see it. Like black doesn't have any moves. Oh, he can give check. Oh, he has rook c6 check. No, no, no. We just go here. King f7 is the next move. Wait. Let's play against the computer. Hang on. How do I play against the computer here? Oh, come on. Settings. I know that, okay, at least in the app on my iPad, I can play any position against the computer within this, but I guess they don't do that here. Oh, it's terrible. Are you seeing why this doesn't work? So king f7 here, and what's the problem? Like, they're saying this is an equal. This is equal. With the king on b8, the rook can leave the back rank. Can it? We're always threatening mate on h8. Even king b8. We've got wait. We've got both of these squares covered by our bishop. Okay, let's put this in I'm gonna look at this with Stockfish really quick. So king h7, the line it gave was h2, rook takes h2, and then rook c8 is equality. All right, I'm gonna cheat for just a second. It's not really even cheating. I'm gonna turn on the computer only in this position. I'll turn it off later. Okay, and Stockfish is showing a win here, or showing a draw, but I want to know how does Stockfish defend after king f7, e7, d7? So king f7, king b8, king e7, rook c6. Oh, I see. The rook can come back and defend them in the check. Oh, I got it. 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 Yeah. And if we take the rook, yeah, we don't have mating material. Now I understand. Okay, turning off Stockfish, going back to the original position. Wow. All right. Oh boy. Okay, so that doesn't work. So then we need to go back to like rook c3, rook c2 or something, right? So rook c2, rook c3, rook c4, rook c1. Why is one of those better than the other? Like with rook h2, like with rook c2, rook h2, we have a dream of maybe getting the king here. Yeah, these are not easy. Yeah, for those watching who may not be chatting, Paper Lou is I consider Paper Lou to be a stronger player than I am, and this is tricky even for him. So, all right, so rook c2, rook h8, rook h2, and then we march the king over. But then he has like king b8 and stuff like. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Like bishop c7, b5. Maybe the king can cover b7. So like rook c2, rook h8, king f7. No. We have to go rook h2. King rook stays there. King b8. King f7. Here, there. King there. King there. King there. King there. I mean, he has this rook check, which is really annoying. Huh. Campus Ringling just subbed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. We have a new sub in the Chess with Cooks community. Thanks so much. Feel free to enjoy the good game well played in the channel or anywhere on anywhere on Twitch. There we go. Thanks a lot, Campus. Okay. So with the rook on h8, there might be some bishop e5 or bishop e4 or d4. Yeah. So the bishop can go either here. So with the bishop there, what are we doing? Okay, so we're hitting the rook. So we could actually go like bishop f6 to cut the rook off completely from this file. Yeah, but people who I'll tell you that the theme of this collection of studies is all about checkmate. Like the end result of almost every single one of these, the end result of all of the studies that I've seen in this series has always ended in checkmate. Like we're not trying to win the rook or do anything other than just checkmate black. So I mean it's a neat idea to win the H pawn, but we could win the H pawn in the other variation. It was still a draw. Um, Arizat, hey, welcome to the stream, man. So we're going to so we're doing this endgame study here. This is the first position. I have some moves. Oh, you guys can't even see the moves anyway. All right, never mind. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Yeah, so the hint is in every single one of these endgame studies is that we have some kind of checkmate idea. That's why I was trying to make rook c2 or rook c3 work with this this checkmating idea. But he can always make a flight square. Whoop. He can always make a flight square. Like he can move his rook and then he can move his pawn. If we try to cut off this flight square, he can create b7. I really liked rook here, but that was wrong. Because black doesn't even need to worry about the pawn. He just goes h2, king takes, and then rook here is a draw. Crazily enough, rook here is a draw. After king b8, the rook can leave the back rank. Okay, so rook back to c2 is an immediate checkmate threat. The black rook has to leave. And then bishop c7 is another immediate checkmate threat, and then black has to move his pawn. And there's no way to actually stop his king from going to b7 in that situation. So that can't be right. Bishop c7 can't be right. I'm still liking like the idea of rook c2 or rook c3. After rook h8, we force rook e8 with king g7. Rook e8. Just saying, it's a forced move. Not sure if it helps. Yeah. Well, rook e8 or rook c8. Either one of those is fine for black. Oh, wait. No, c8 is covered by a rook in that situation. Okay. Well, maybe there's some tempo then. So rook here, rook h8, king g7. Maybe that's our chance to get the king over to help cover b7. So rook h8, king g7, rook e8, king f7, rook h8, king e7. I mean, he has h2 there. Like we need to put our rook on h2 before we try to kind of plan like that. Yeah. So people, I was just looking at that, maybe thinking that this is some nice time for the king, but then he has h2. Like we need to put our rook on h2 before we try anything like that. So rook c2, rook c2, rook h8, rook h2, king b8, king g7, rook e8, king f7, rook h8, king e7. He has rook c8. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he has rook c8. Or king c8. Oh, then we have check here, king here. But then he has checks. He has checks on the h file. That's no idea. Vamp the Chump asks me, what's my rating? On Lichess, I play slower games of around 1900. Okay, so Pebelu says, my bishop d4, e5 check idea. Instead of king d7, bishop d4. So king d7 was when king d7 was when the rook was on h8. Wait. King f7, the rook went to h8, then king e7. Then king, was the king on b8 or c8? I think it went to c8. Maybe when you're saying the rook a1 check, bishop e5 check, rook c1, and rook 7 mate. So that's with the king on e7. All right, so from the beginning, rook c2, rook h8, rook h2, king b8, king g7, king e7, king f7, king h8, king e7. And then it's black to move king c8, not king a7. So the king on f7, you want to play bishop d4 attacking the rook. Bishop d4 goes back. Oh, I see. Bishop d4, the rook has to go back to d8. Then bishop d4 forces rook d8. Yeah, so rook d8, not king a7. Okay. But with the king on f7, the black's king escapes to d7, right? Like if you go rook c2 check, king over, bishop here check, king over, rook here, he has this square with the king. He is escaping. Or maybe after rook d8, you can go here with tempo king e7, and then the rook has to go back to g8, and that's in that case because the bishop's covering. Like that's the only square we're not covering. Okay, so with that idea, king d8, we go king e7, king goes back to say g8. Then we can play our checks. Check, check, whoop, check, king here, and then this is mate because our king being here has covered. Okay, whew. And I don't think there's a problem with like he has to move the rook, right? Because taking here, he still has these two moves with his king. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I feel confident enough again to try it. So let's bring this back. So rook c2. Still the wrong move. So so I wanted to play rook h2 in this position. What's wrong with that? Okay, so this is a reputation. I'm gonna figure out what the reputation is in Lichess. So the problem with this is here, and I don't know why this is not right. So let's turn on Stockfish and find out. So I was saying like rook b8, or sorry, king b8. But actually black rook is no longer tied to this back rank. So he can actually go up here. Oh. The king doesn't actually have to leave the square, right? Yeah. So rook h2 is no good. Wait. Stockfish. Okay. So from here, they gave the strongest move for white as bishop e3. Queen c6 would block the check on the c file, I guess. This is true. Wow. I think I remember now why I don't do these live on the air. It's actually really difficult. And I mean, it's rewarding when you finally figure out the answer, but geez, it's not easy, is it? Okay, so we're in the initial position again. And we know for sure that rook h7 and rook c2 are not solutions. Yeah, rook c7 would have the same reputation, I think. Sorry, rook c1. If rook c1, then we play, then black plays rook h8, and it doesn't matter. Like black will push h2 and then just go back and forth on the h file. Rook h8, rook h3. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's some trick where we can just let him promote. Because after king g7, black has no h2 push. So rook, oh, so rook c1, rook h8, rook king g7, attacking the rook. And he can't leave the back rank because the rook is still on the c file. So rook d8, or sorry, rook e8, I guess, and then king f7, rook h8. And then maybe your bishop d4 idea works. So rook c1. King f7, rook h8, bishop d4, and there's no h2. Yeah, because we're threatening. Well, we're threatening the rook. Yeah, and h1 wouldn't be a threat because we have rook takes h1. Huh. And the rook stays on the c file. We're not talking about playing rook h1. We're talking about moving the king and threatening checkmate with the king and bishop. With bishop d4, rook a1 check, bishop e5 check, and then rook c1. Okay, I'm willing to try it. I've already lost this in-game study more than once, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we go back. I said go back. There we go. Okay, so rook c1. Ah, beautiful. Okay. So now the idea is bishop d4, hitting the rook. Nope, that's not right. Rook d8. Oh, no. The idea was not bishop d4. We had to move the king in first. So king g8, king f7. Wait. So yeah, king g7 first. Yeah. Rook e8, king f7. And now bishop d4. Then rook d8. We need to get the king to e7, don't we? Bishop d4, rook a1 check. We don't need to get the king there. Rook c7 isn't made if the king is not on e7. The black king escapes, doesn't it? The black king can escape to... The rook is forced to d8. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Gotcha. So from here, we go bishop d4. And now we give check. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this. Wow. That's a crazy puzzle. Man. Yeah, and that rate, yeah, so I got this rating on this website, but just by doing tactics. And the fact that I got 18 points from this one puzzle means that this puzzle was hard. Most of the puzzles that I solve on this website, give me maybe 1 or 2 points. Yeah, all of the things in this are crazy difficult. And I think this is the next one, but I'm gonna wait. God, this looks so easy, but it can't be. I mean, black's about to make a queen. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time now. Let's not do this one right now. We did one. Now I'm gonna relax a bit and play a game. How about that? All right, so let's bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Let's play classical. Yeah, so you saw the position. Did you memorize it? All right, man. Well, you can feel free to look at it in your head if you like. I'm gonna play a game here. This is a slow game. This guy hasn't played that much classical. What are his other readings? Okay, so his bullet rating and blitz rating are quite a bit better than mine, but his rapid is not. Interesting. This guy must be good at moving the mouse, not so good at calculating. Or just hasn't played that many rapid games. How many rapid games has he played? Oh yeah, only 15 games. Yeah, okay. So this guy might beat me based on the ratings. Let's try to give him a good game. Knight c3. I think I'll play g6. Oh, you solved it in your head, did you? Okay, good. All right, so f3. Oh, sorry, f4. Grand Prix. I'd like to get in d5, but I'd have to play e6 to do that. I think at the moment. Just gonna develop my bishop. Made in 2. Somehow I doubt that. Somehow I doubt that. Hey, Fonza. Welcome to the stream. Okay. After this move, I think I need to play d6. Okay, now I need to get my knight out, just in anticipation of this f7 square. A4 here. He's playing really quickly. A4 kind of gives me a nice weakness on b4 for my knight. Tying the queen down. A4 was such a weird move to play so quickly. Not sure what he's thinking there. I am Gannicus. Wow. Hey, well done, man. Well done. Okay, so knight c6, I think. Makes sense. Right, castling again. He's using very little time here. I think it makes sense to castle. I don't need to spend too much time on this move. Okay, d3 wants to get out his dark square bishop. I can make that. I can actually make that a little bit tricky by queen b6. Is that a good square for my queen though? He doesn't have a5. I just take it. Queen b6. He has knight d5, but I can just take it and then move my knight. Maybe that leaves my king side a little bit weak though. I think bishop g5, bishop g4 deserves a look here because he's cut off his light square bishop, and I could trade this off to give him fewer defenders on the king side. And if he takes back with the rook, then this knight move looks like a nice. All right, so I'm gonna plan to give up my light square bishop, I think, which is not something I normally do. But I feel like e3 cutting off his light square bishop from the defense of his king, it kind of makes sense to me. And if he plays here, weakening his king side even further, all the more reason. No blunders. Yeah, I like those wins when you didn't give your opponent a chance that they didn't see. Those always feel good. I had one of those not too long ago. In fact, I played a game. I played a game off stream this morning that I want to look at actually on stream because it was a really sharp game, and I feel like I might have missed something, and I wanted to check if I did or not. So knight here, does he have to take? Because he probably doesn't want to allow knight takes. What does he do? I think he has to give up the bishop pair if I go here. This seems good. I'll go ahead and try this. Yeah, so he gives up the bishop pair. And now he has to move his knight. I have this kind of sort of weak pawn. So knight here I didn't think about. He's playing way too quickly, by the way. And the knight has very few squares, I'm noticing. If I move my knight, I can take away this square. Could I trap the knight if I move my knight? So if I go knight here, what's he threatening? Oh, he could... Well, I just take. Yeah, sharp games are one of those are those things you want to look at with the computer because there's all kinds of tactics that usually both players miss in those really sharp positions. I was like, oh, I could have just won a piece here, and I took a pawn instead. That kind of thing. Well, so I want to play knight d7, and then like say where's his knight going? I mean, he could go here, and then I play a5, and he has to go all the way back here, which seems really good for me. My knight doesn't really look great here, but I am supporting my pawn. I don't know. So knight here, and he literally has no squares for his... I mean, he has this square only. He could play c3, I guess. But then I play e6, knight here, and I take. I'm going to try it. Let's just see what happens. I haven't calculated it out all the way. On h3, I'll just take. So if I was given a couple moves in a row here, I would just play A5 and E6. Okay, so he just took away the last square for his knight. That's kind of like a helpmate, right? Like I just play E6 and his knight has no squares, right? I'm just winning a piece. He goes here, I take, he takes back some way, and he still doesn't have a square for his knight. This bishop's not contributing to trapping the knight at all. So I feel like this is an example of my opponent moving way too quickly and just missed something here. If I take here, he has to take back because I'm attacking his queen, and then I'll take his knight next move. Okay, so now I just need to not lose on time, basically. Let's develop the queen to defend the pawn. The queen here. All right, Baby Lou. Thanks for the host, but again, by the way, and thanks for dropping by. Okay, so let's put the knight on a better square. This seems okay. He's threatening this, and if I'm attacking his bishop, he can't play that right away. Seems okay. Improve the knight. Okay, now rook here. That's my idea. I would also like to put my pawns on dark squares, just, you know, in preparation. It does have the opposite color bishop thing, but I have the extra knight, so it should be okay. This rook is loose. I could put my queen on a good square with tempo. That probably just forces him to put his rook on a better square, and then he's got this opening up the f-file thing would be really bad. I could play on f5 though. I could just play g5, so maybe that's not so terrible. My queen does feel kind of offsides. He's got a kingside attack coming. So yeah, queen c3. Not my first move here. Where else can I attack? This kingside's kind of full of holes. If I could activate my bishop somehow. I would like to play d5, but that allows him to play e5, and yeah, that's not ideal. Let's just activate my rook. Maybe I can reroute my queen somewhere else. Again, I don't want my queen to be on c3. Okay, so I guess he wants to play g5 and then f5. And he's just playing so quickly, so quickly. So on g5, I'd probably play knight here, and then on f5, bishop here, pawn takes here, and then he's got pressure this way. That's no good. That's no good at all. I've got to figure out how to use my extra piece. Maybe I can get away with this move now. Because if bishop takes, I've got queen here. And if pawn takes, I'm happy because my knight isn't so much of a threat. Under so much. Oh, jeez. All right. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the rook to help defend f7, and maybe I can actually double one way or another. Okay, so now knight here. Okay, what does queen here do? Not sure. He's certainly not gonna take my knight. Maybe I'll move to unpin my f pawn while I can. And now f6. I mean, his king is gonna come open too. Pawn takes, I have bishop takes. So pawn takes, queen here, bishop here. Queen has to go back one of these two squares. Oh, bishop. Oh, queen can actually go here. Never mind. Oh, interesting. Okay. It doesn't take that. All right, I'm gonna put my rook here. I definitely want to trade rooks. Trading can only help me. Queen here was also an idea, pinning this pawn. I think I have to take here now. Okay, now I think I can take here and defend my knight, and I'm okay. I'm not getting mated or anything right away. Looks that way. This pawn's an issue. I think king h7. King h7. He has his bishop here. Oh, that's not an issue. Just king here and then takes and then I save my knight. It's fine. Okay. So yeah. Luckily, it doesn't have rook here. I can just take it. So I'm up a piece for a pawn. My basic idea here is just to simplify. Okay, so just let me have c2. I wonder. There's a reason I. Oh, obviously I can't take it right because of my rook. Rook here first. Yeah, I think rook here first. There's no queen check I need to worry about. Okay, so that's just a queen. Don't have to think too hard about that. And he's resigned. Yeah, I think. I mean, this guy's obviously a good player. He just plays too quickly. He's trying to play like blitz or bullet and a classical time control, and I have time to slow down and just defend, basically. So he lost a piece, and then he lost his queen just by I don't know some kind of oversight. I don't really understand my opponent honestly. Like if he wanted to play a slow game, he can play a slow game. Otherwise, push a different button. If he wanted to play this fast. I mean, how many moves did we make? We had 29 moves, and he only used 15 seconds. 29. So he gained. Divide that by 4, right? He gained like 7.5 minutes over the course of that game, something like that, 6 minutes, and he only used like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes there. Anyway, all right, so that was a nice win. Got 12 points for it. Whew. All right, maybe I'll play a rapid game now. Actually, you know what? There's a tournament. There's a couple tournaments here that are pretty. Where's the slowest tournament they have? It's usually a 10-minute. So there's an under 2,000 rapid that I'll join just for fun. All right. So if you late join this tournament with me, you have a chance to play against me. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Wait, pause. Okay, good. Yeah, I wanted to go into my profile. Let's go into Jerry Mill here for a sec. I wanted to go in my profile and show you guys a game that I played earlier today. Who was it? It was a 15-15 game that I played earlier this morning. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. No, not 5-3. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. 15-0. 15-15. Here we go. So this game was incredibly sharp, and my opponent played a kind of a weird opening, and I was trying to like immediately disprove it or whatever. Let's go into analysis mode with the tiny little camera up here. But now you can see if I click analysis, I click the analysis board here, you guys can see the entire analysis along with everything here. So it looks like I missed. It's like black was winning early in the middle game, and then I had an advantage shortly thereafter. But certainly in the opening, I was better. But yeah, let's look at this. So d4, as always, d5, c4, c3, Slav defense, just fine. Bishop c3, bishop f6, knight f6, e3, bishop f5. Okay, so bishop f5. I guess if you play it before knight f6, it's definitely a mistake. But so we took here, and if he takes with the pawn, that's bad news because the queen here, and then I'm forking 2 pawns, and the queen is just bad. It's bad for black, at least as far as I can remember. But yeah, here and then here he blocked off his bishop again, from coming back, right? Like we saw earlier in the game when I had the black pieces. So bishop c4, and then knight b4. So he's moved this knight 1, 2, 3 times now in the opening, and I'm like, okay, white has got to be better here, and my instincts was right, because the computer gives it plus 1.8 for white. But yeah, so I play e4 to stop this knight threat. So bishop back, and then I play queen up. Computer doesn't like queen up very much, but that's okay. b5. And I took on b5 with the idea that his bishop is no longer around to defend the light squares. So if I could get my knight, give up my knight for the 2 pieces, black has a kind of a difficult time to defend. So yeah, I did sack a piece here, and the computer doesn't like it because there must be some way to defend that the computer would find. But I think a human, it's kind of difficult. So I played knight e5, and again, the computer doesn't like it. Yeah, I should have castled there, which makes some sense. I did get punished a little bit for not. So then black took here, which was kind of bad. It looks like I should have taken. It looks like I should have taken with the bishop here. I took with a knight. Yeah, so Stockfish doesn't like my position nearly as much now that I didn't take with the bishop, because now I lose my rook. Oh, okay. It's not that I lost my rook. Okay, it's that weird. So after bishop here, yeah. So this is like one of those computer moves that a human wouldn't be likely to play. So after this, apparently I had a crushing victory. So knight here was check. I played knight here instead. I played this move. But let's look at this computer line here, because plus 15 is something to really pay attention to. Knight c5 check. Apparently queen d7 is the best defense by black, but let's just say king here. Then what? Turn on stockfish. Bishop g5. And then f6. What happens then? Oh, right. The queen and knight are coordinated here. That's nice. And then if king here, then queen g3. e5, queen takes e5 is mate in the middle of the board. Yeah, that's kind of hard to see, stockfish. All right. So, yeah, especially back here when all you can do is think, okay, where should I move my knight? I was thinking here. But yeah, that works. So this way it's back to equal, but I have you know, his king is under attack and mine isn't. And so now here I realize that I can win the rook back by trading queens and then going here. And I'm also up 2 pawns. So I went ahead and simplified. So I go here. And now the idea is to save my knight somehow. So if he had played the move, I was worried about this move actually, h6, especially after I played h4. But he played king here. And then with h4, I'm thinking, you know, I want to move my bishop here, right? Because the knight has this square, my pawn has this square. Like that would force his king to move somewhere where the knight could come out. So he plays here, and then it allows this check. And if he had played h6, if he had played h6 here, I wasn't sure how I was going to save the knight, but he didn't. So now here, and then I play bishop. So bishop c7, and he saves his bishop. But yeah, after the trade, and then I saw this move g3. And then this knight fork actually wins a piece. So now I'm up a piece. And yeah, Stockfish says it's +7, but yeah. So and I was really happy to find this move. And basically, what I'm thinking here is that his king, he doesn't have this square or either of these or this. So his king only has these 4 squares, right? And if my knight moves here to defend the bishop, I'm also attacking this square, right? So then my bishop could give checkmate if it went this way. So that was kind of a trap. I move my knight here. And if he's thinking that he can attack the defender, so he plays this way, trying to win the piece, but it's actually checkmate. So I give mate here, and it's game over. So, yeah, if like I think he had to give up the rook. Yeah, Stockfish is saying the best defense is just to give up the rook and then save the knight. Yeah, I'm a rook up and several pawns, so it's difficult for black. Anyway, but I felt like I did okay trying to prove my opponent's opening wrong. But yeah, I did miss a tactical shot. Apparently, yeah, bishop takes was much better. Let's see why bishop takes is really good here. So bishop takes, king up, and then it's just mate. What? It says plus 4.5 here. So bishop takes. Oh, because he has to take with the So if he doesn't take the queen, doesn't take the bishop, then it's mate. And the bishop gives check. King d6. And what's wrong? Oh, again with the queen coming here if f6. So if king d6, then we have queen takes b4 check, king c7, rook c1 check. All the pieces are getting in the board. Bishop c5, rook. My goodness. What a beautiful checkmate. Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah, so the point is, like, after this check, apparently the computer sees that he has to give up his queen. But in the middle of the game, I wasn't able to see that. Oh. That's really beautiful. Actually, I did not see this coordination, because I did look at this briefly with the queen with the bishop check, but I did not consider what I had after f6. That's why I didn't go into this. I played with the knight because I thought the bishop discovery would have been stronger than just the bishop check. But man, yeah, it's a lot easier to play the white pieces because I was making mistakes, right? But I wasn't losing. And black was making mistakes and was losing, so certainly easier to play the white side of this position. Whew. Anyway, that was a fun game. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the tournament, and maybe I'll enter the under 2000. I get one like under. Actually, if I get one game, I might not get into the next one. So what am I going to do here? There's a Petrov defense. The Petrov defense is like e4, knight f6. I think that's right. Oh, we'll just get one. We'll just get one rapid game here, and then I'll see what to do after that. Okay. So I'm in my playing layout without playing. So it's only 15 minutes left in the tournament. I don't know how many people are still wanting to play a game here. But if I can get paired up, I will. Can I get paired up? There we go. Cool. So I got a d4 game. Let's go Queen's Gambit. Slav defense. I'll go knight c3. Now e3. Oh, interesting. Okay, so again with this move, I think is the best continuation. And now queen here. Okay. It's his move. He's been thinking for about a minute. Let's see. Okay, so the ideas here is queen b3 threatens this pawn and ties the queen down to this pawn. So defending this pawn is tricky. Like he can play b6, but then that makes the development of the knight tricky because knight here, knight here. I have this move, and it's weak, right? Especially if he tries to play like e6 to get this bishop out. The bishop leaving the light squares over here is a problem. This is why you've seen me play this as black. I never play the bishop out like this. Okay, so now knight here, I'm threatening knight here. So now knight here, how does he can't possibly, yeah, so knight here. So now with the queen being attacked, it looks like he has to leave one of these two pawns. He can't stay here. Can't, like these are the only three squares, and I've got them all covered with my knights. Oops, this. Okay, so now I can just take this. Is there a stronger move? I don't see one. Hey, I'm Hayne. Welcome to the stream. All right, so queen takes, and I'm threatening stuff here. So yeah, this is a good move. All right, so now queen back. He doesn't have any check or anything. He can go here, but I just respond like this. That's fine. He's still got to hang out with this pawn. It's interesting. I actually have ideas of like queen here and then bishop here. Queen here, if he goes, pawn, I just take it, right? And if he blocks with the knight, then I can put my I've got this nice battery, and the pawn's pinned, right? Because he can't take. His work hangs. Okay, so he stopped that actually by permitting my queen to go here. But he certainly is wasting a lot of time, isn't he? Maybe bishop here is an idea for bishop here. G3 doesn't quite work so well because of this. And if G3 bishop here, maybe bishop here for rook c1. That seems good. Okay. So if rook c1, bishop takes, rook takes, I'm threatening both the bishop and this pawn. So if he saves the bishop, I just take here. So I think he loses a pawn on that line. And then I'm also threatening to take his bishop. So let's just look at that one more time. Rook c1, bishop takes, rook takes. Oh, he can take my pawn. And then I go rook takes here. Yeah, the position just looks good for me. I mean, he has a 2-1 majority, but his king's in trouble. But with the queens off the board, maybe that's less of an issue. Well, my queen's kind of trapped. I don't know what choice I have. Let's see what happens. The chess guy. Glad you could join it, man. And one of your favorite streamers. Okay. I'll take it. Wow, he takes my knight. How interesting. Okay, so now rook takes bishop. I'm threatening the queen and also kind of this back rank thing, and he can't defend both. So I did not consider that move. But that's okay. I think I'm fine here. I mean, not trading queens is good for me anyway. Certainly. So I'm attacking his queen. I've also got a nice little back rank threat because I mean this hampers the development of his minor pieces like crazy. I've got like 3 things developed and he has only 1. But after king here, I'd have to leave the back rank, I notice. Yeah, song request is not on right now. But maybe after queen takes, he has an isolated pawn, and I'm good with that. I have the bishop pair. This is all right. Let's just develop threatening this move. Okay, and I think he has to defend with his king now. And after king e2, rook hc1, the black's going to have some issues here. I also have a kind of fun idea of rook h5, rook f7, or c7. Yeah, rook a5, rook c7 check. Might be neat. Okay, stop that. It's just letting me have the pawn. I can take here now. Threatening the rook and this pawn. Okay, I'll take the rook. And he's just resigned. Alright, so there's 5 minutes left in this tournament, but I'm not gonna get paired up again. I'll probably play in one of the next tournaments. So the only 10-minute tournament, I think, after this, let's just go to, so you guys see this better. The only 10-minute tournament after this one is the Petrov defense. And I don't know anything about either side of that. So I'm nervous about joining that one just because I wouldn't know what the heck I was doing. It's funny that there's a 5-minute Petrov defense and then a 10-minute one right afterwards. Interesting. So I wonder how many people from the 5-minute one would go into the 10-minute one and then have a lot more experience than me. Well, there's just not a whole lot. Maybe I'll play in a faster game. Let's change the title, and I'll advertise that I'm playing Blitz. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll play this. Actually, is there a good 5-0 or 5? Yeah, the hourly Blitz arena. Yes, I'll play in the hourly Blitz arena after this. Okay, so it's starting in 7 minutes. I can play a quick like 3-minute game to warm up. All right, here we go. 3 minutes. All right, against Jay Bretz. He's ready to go. All right, so d6. Remove that recapture. G6. Bishop out. Knight out. Castles. A6. B5. This knight here. Interesting. It doesn't actually trap the bishop. Maybe queen here. It's a cute threat, but he just has rook here. Maybe queen here in that case. Doesn't actually threaten anything though. It does after this. No, it doesn't. Let's go rook here. Stop queen here. Okay, so it wants to double up on the F file. Attack his queen. Oh, what am I doing? You could just take that. Oh, good. He didn't see that. All right, so I'll defend it now. 3-hit chess. Hey, long time no see, man. Okay, now I think he's just trapped his queen. Bishop here doesn't have any moves for his queen. Yeah, there we go. Always love your stream with your voice with the jazz music is great to play in the background while I'm at work. Hey, cool, man. I'm glad I'm not too distracting while you're at work. Did your are you the one that said that your son wanted to play against me? If so, I don't think I've seen him in a stream yet. Um, Interesting move. Kind of surprised by that. Oh wow, yeah. So he has quite some material now for the queen. So it's a bishop and oh, but he gave up the exchange as well. So he's got 2 minor pieces for the queen. Okay, all right. It's not too bad. Maybe bishop here was. Oh, now I can just take. Oh, I can't. I have to give check first, and then take it. The knight's not going to do anything with the discovery. Nothing too important anyway. Nothing that's worth a rook. All right, so I can go back here. All right, now check. Let's push the pawn. I'm threatening mate. What? Did he just checkmate me? Oh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? So I was threatening mate, but I got checkmated. Oh, that's crazy. What a freaking game. All right. That was rough. That was really rough. Man, what could I have done there? I mean, anything other than king takes pawn, basically. King here, king here. Man, but then he gets to pass H pawn. Boy, I was not looking at mate at all. Jeez. Okay, the tournament's starting in about a minute. Oh, 3HS says, yes, just have to remember to have him around the computer when you stream. He just finished a 7-hour day week long chess camp. So watch out. We'll try next week. Hey, that's great. I'm looking forward to it. 7-hour a day week long chess camp. That's cool. I wish I had something like that when I was little. When I started beating my dad in chess, he stopped supporting me playing chess. So, I don't know. They did take me to a bunch of tournaments, but then it got to be too much, and they kind of just started discouraging my chess just because I don't know. They felt like I was doing it too much. Like they wanted me to be a more well-rounded individual, which I don't blame them for. Like I'm kind of happy I was not just sitting in a corner playing chess all day my whole childhood. But yeah, chess camp would have been fun. I don't know. I think more about that kind of stuff now that I'm a parent. Like, how much time would I want my daughter spending playing chess? Interesting discussion. That's nice to see you're encouraging your son. That's a good deal. Yeah, but basically, my dad stopped playing me. When I started beating him, he didn't want to play me anymore. So I was only playing other kids after that. And then I started
10,
playing
9,
online and everything
8,
else, and it
7,
became too much
6,
probably for
5,
real.
4, 3,
He now has the
2,
rest of my family playing
1.
Bug House every night. Oh, that's fun. A family game of Bug House. Yeah, I was never able to do that. We played Bug House in tournaments. Like when we weren't playing a tournament game, we would have fun. All right, so I'm playing 5-minute. Doesn't need to be quite as fast as last game. All right, just rip through this opening. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a strategical mistake. Actually, giving me the more center pawns than him. It's not something you normally want to do. Okay. I'm just trying to develop my pieces now. Form a plan. Planning in blitz is tricky. I'm not sure how to go about it a lot of the time. There's not enough time really. He also plays basketball and judo. Hey, wow, good deal. Yeah, sounds like a well-rounded kid. That's always good to hear. So knight here and here comes to mind. He just has f4 in that situation though. Oh, maybe f4 I play h6. That could be good for me. I don't know. Still up the queen. And knight here we come. That's actually pins the f2 pawn. Oh, okay. So he's stepping back now with the bishop. That's good news. Checkmate you in 10 moves. Yeah, that's the thing with my dad. Like once I started beating him, it stopped being fun for him, and he didn't want to play me anymore. So knight here seems good. Tempo on the bishop. I don't think he wants to give me the bishop pair, and then I'd like to put my knight here. Yeah, and where does his knight go, actually? His bishop only has this square, and I can go here. It looks like I'm winning the bishop pair now. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. So he's pinned this pawn. I think I'll go here again, because I can go here next. And he's just giving me this pawn for nothing, so I will take it. It's one of the first rules in chess. If your opponent gives you material, you take it. Oh, right, of course. Well, that doesn't seem to be very good for him, actually. Yeah, because this pawn is a lot harder for him to justify taking, I think, than mine. And now, is his queen getting trapped? Maybe that's the hope, anyway. So bishop here, rook here. I don't know. Bishop here just looks good anyway. I'm giving away a pawn though. Let's not give away a pawn if I don't have to. Because I don't see him. I don't see me trapping his queen. I don't know. I can't see a better move. Okay. I will take another pawn. Sounds good to me. So now I have. So the pawn count is equal, but he's got this passed pawn here, which is not great. Not really what you want to see. Maybe I can win this pawn somehow. Yeah, that looks like a one pawn. I don't think my queen is getting trapped. Okay, that looks dangerous, right? Because he has this move. Ooh. Okay, so rook here, maybe? I think that defends. Bishop here also is a nice defense. What looks better? I mean, this is tempo on the queen, so... Actually, where does this queen go? He has to trade, right? Oh, his queen can go here. But then bishop here. Oh, he takes this pawn. Hmm. So I'm just a pawn up here. And after this, I think I have to play here maybe. Yeah, this looks difficult for me. Because this bishop is a huge problem for me, actually. Maybe queen here now. I think I have to, just to stop queen here. So this doesn't work, right? Because he just has checkmate, actually. I can't take here. Maybe rook here, followed by queen here. Queen here, though. Oh, my... I was forking. God. I didn't see that till just now. All right, so rook here, threatening this. This guy's got an answer for everything, doesn't he? That was terrible. This forces a trade of queens. Oh, maybe it's not, actually. I can take here. Oh my god, okay. I'm playing too fast. Back to tournament. That was a hard game. Hard first game. Unless you're Bobby Fischer's kid. Yeah, Bobby Fischer didn't have any kids, did he? All right, let's get my camera back in here. The whole game, you guys didn't see me. All right. So my opponent is disconnected. Is he gonna show up? It's got 15 seconds, or else I win. Oh, here he goes. All right. Oh, he's berserked, which is brave. All right. So now we're in Queen's Gambit territory. Let's play here. So we go here and there. That's a mainline semi-Slav. Okay, but he's playing like a Dutch Stonewall now. I should trade. Play e3. All right, let's go here and here. Okay. So I think I'll just castle now. See, I want my bishop. I'm not sure. My dark square bishop maybe can go on the long square diagonal, a long diagonal, and maybe this pawn gets traded off at some point. I'm not sure. Just trying to develop my rooks now. Yeah. I can't actually take that, can I? Just wanted to get off the C file mostly. I'm not sure if that series of trades was good for me, now that I look at it. But opening up the position's got to be okay. So now bishop rook here. This pawn could be an issue. So I can threaten this move. Okay, that's a good move by my opponent. I think I'll go here anyway. Is that good? Actually, maybe bishop here. No, it just loses. Let's go rook. Yeah, bishop here. Bishop here anyway, it's fine. So he's threatening bishop here, I guess. So I want to be able to meet that. Oh, I can't move my rook though. I just lose f2. Wow. Okay, so king over. Yeah, I might be in trouble here. Man, I gotta wake up. I was doing so much better this morning. I was playing against a bunch of 1,700 players and beating all of them. And I here I'm just not paying attention or something. Like the 1,700s who play in tournaments are much worse than or much better than the 1,700 players who don't play in tournaments. All right, let's keep going. It's just blitz. Trying to have fun here. All right, paired down now. A lot of points on the line. Of course, I mouse slip. Jeez, I guess I got to play the collie system now. E3 and bishop d3. I totally wanted to play c4 and then missed it. Okay, so bishop d3. I'll take here. So knight here and then c4. Take castle. Oh, and I just lost my video stream. I'm gonna stop streaming and then restart again. Okay, so we're back. We're back live now. You can probably guys can probably see my video now. Sorry about that. Oh right. Yeah, of course. That's okay. I got to pass pawn for the exchange. Let's see what happens. I've actually got a pawn. No, I didn't get. I didn't get the. Oh my god. So he's just up a rook, and I'm screwed here, basically. Yeah, this is probably resignable. Man. So he won. He won. He won a piece with a fork on my rooks. It's awful. I do have a pass pawn though, so I'm not quite ready to resign yet. Um, and I no longer have the pass pawn. Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, I can't even attack any of his weak stuff. Okay, never mind. Back to tournament. All right, so try to fight my way back in this tournament. See what's going on. I believe I got paired down. Lost that. It's okay. That was surprising, just giving me the piece like that. Okay, so my goal for this tournament is just to get back above 1700. So if he takes my bishop, I can't take back with the queen because I lose my bishop. So I'd have to take back with the pawn. My king side is wrecked, and that's where my king is. So you know, even though I'm up a piece, this is not going to be easy. Not by any means. I do have a nice line though against his king. Somehow, that might help me. What's he threatening? Starting my H pawn. That's a good plan, actually. I think I'll threaten this. Actually, probably king here was better to connect the rooks. I didn't think about that. Yeah, because then I have to waste a tempo. Wow, that's a good move. I can't take it either way. My bishop is pinned. And now he pins my queen. Yep. So now, after he takes my queen, I'll have the well, yeah. So what's the material count? I mean, I basically have a a rook for a queen here. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god. Right. Rook for a queen. It's terrible. This check, does it do anything? I don't know that it does do anything. I just don't have any tactics here. This is so rough. He's probably going to be able to win my rook somehow. I don't know. And now he has my bishop. Yeah, okay. I resign. Oh, so humiliating. Come on. Let's get back in the game, Chris. You're better than this. So I'm taking a lot of risks with my king when I win material. I guess I didn't need to. That in that game when I played bishop, when I moved my king f1 instead of bishop back, I should have just played bishop back. Yeah, that would have been much better. Wow. Okay. Another 1500. Let's put him away. Let's put this guy away. Knight of 6. The London. So I play c5 or c6. What do I play? Oh, knight here. That's weird. That's a really strange move. I think I'll play c5. Okay. Knight here. Okay, so I get the pawn back, and I'm ahead in development. Okay, it's just castle, I think, here. Although I'm kind of worried about the g file becoming open. Maybe knight here. He can't go bishop takes, I think. There's a rook here. So again, I'm not castling. I should just castle. Yeah, I'm taking too many risks here. But he can't castle now because of knight takes f3 or c3. I'm on the bishop. So he has to move his bishop or protect it somehow, like a4. Okay, and then now perhaps I have something like this, and then if bishop back, I take it. But then he can go queen takes. So bishop here instead. Yeah, that seems better. And I might be winning a pawn. I may or may not be winning a pawn. Looks like I am. So now the main thing is, keeping the pawn and trying to get my king a little bit safer. It's got this bishop check. I go here, and I can bring my rook out and go back. If he takes, I go queen takes, and then I can, again, king f2 and bring my rook out. So he moves this rook, I move mine. So this bishop is actually pinned, right? I can go a6 here. He moves the bishop, I take his bishop, he has rook check. That looks scary, but I'm a piece up. This is how I lose, though. Let's try it. Come on, you gotta take risks, right? You gotta take risks. Ooh. Wow. That's a good find, actually. Yeah, my queen is trapped. Man. If I take here, he goes there with check, and I get the two bishops. And I can also go here. Sorry, I can go here and also get the two bishops. I don't see a way to get the rook. Well, here, but then he takes and then saves his bishop, and all I get is the rook. I'd rather have the two bishops for the queen. Okay, and so now my hope is that my piece activity will get me something here. I mean, I've got like rook here and then threats on stuff. I've got these squares covered. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. This could be tricky for white to defend, actually. As long as my king safety doesn't play into this too much. Oh, interesting. So rook takes. He wants to go queen here. I think I could just play here in that situation. He only has 35 seconds. I don't really want to trade rooks. Guess I have to. And then I'm allowing a rook here. Oh, that's no fun. It suddenly got dangerous for him. I'm threatening mate. With only 10 seconds here. What does he have? What does he possibly have? Okay, so queen here is a big threat. I have to defend against that. Let's go. Let's do the here. 5 seconds. Just don't get checkmated, Chris. He's threatening mate this way. Let's stop that. Okay, I can just take that and then survive for 2 seconds. Hopefully. So I gotta go pawn here, right? That way, queen check, I have this move. So just give check to win on time. All right, back to tournament. I did not deserve to win that, but hey, you win any way you can. This is Blitz, by the way. Okay, finally got some points on the board. Thank goodness. Caspa Bronca. Caspa Bronca. All right. Oh, okay. Let's go here. So I can play d5 now. I think that's worth it. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, trading this off. It's got to be good. I'll go ahead and castle. He's gonna castle queenside. That would be interesting. Looks like he might want to try to castle queenside here. I'll go h5. Yeah, he did castle queenside. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna take this. Then I'm gonna play bishop here. And brick here maybe. I can play a5, a4 first. Queen here, then maybe there. It's a sharp position. See where it goes. So a lot going on here. I'm threatening mate, so that's why I didn't move my knight. I would like to move my knight now. Maybe here is fine. If he trades, I can go knight there. Maybe something like that. So now I feel like the endgame is better for me if I try to trade queens or something. How would I accomplish trading to trade queens? Maybe queen here. It's because of this isolated pawn. That's my idea. Do you have any threats? Just this pawn, right? Knight here looks annoying, but I think I can deal with it. Oh, he doesn't go there. Wow. Okay. So no knight here, perhaps. Interesting that he gave me this pawn. I was figured he was going to go here, and then I could trade this, and then get the d file to myself. Okay. So I think I need to not take this pawn. Maybe I do. That's fine, actually, because rook here I have this. All right, I'll go here. And go this way and then this way. You're just losing too many pawns now. That's funny. I'm paired up, right? 1700, but I think I'm doing fine, actually. So now I don't want to give up this pawn. I can go here, actually. Takes. This pawn's pinned. So I'm threatening this pawn and this pawn. So I'll take this and then take this. Yeah. So it's just one pawn against his four, my four. Okay, so I can pin the knight now. And that doesn't work because I got checked. Alright, so rook in game where I'm the only one with pawns. This should be straightforward, especially because I can cut his king off. Pretty straightforward. Okay, king here, I march my pawns. Let's just go king here, rook here. March my pawns forward. Back to tournament. Another win. That's 2 in a row. Pickled pawn. Yeah, my day's going pretty good. I was a little bit bummed this morning. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to stream today. I didn't stream yesterday like I normally do. And then today I was like, you know what? I kind of miss it. I want to get back online. get back into chess. I'd actually been playing too much chess in the past week. I had company over, and yeah. At one point, one of the people who were over at my house was interested in learning more about chess, and like he was, maybe he was just joking that he wanted to learn to beat somebody that he knew in chess. But then when I offered to actually show him some moves, he was like, "Oh no, that's okay." I'm like, "Oh, well, that was weird." But anyway, so that kind of bummed me out over the weekend. But then, oh, anyway, but yeah. So the Grunfeld, I've got this this pet line bishop d2 against it. So now I want to play e4, and then bishop e3 probably. If he takes here, I can take here. Yeah. Now bishop e3. Then I want to play like bishop here or here. Wait, I need to play. I think my goal is to put my knight on e2, but I need to move my bishop out somewhere first, and trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, yeah, it could be. Um, so maybe I just play h3 and then knight f3 and bishop e2. Bishop e2 and castles. And here, I guess I'd push, right? Yeah. So this line eliminates a lot of the knife in the Grunfeld. Like there's a whole lot of theory and whatnot in the Grunfeld that it's just a really a big pain for white to deal with a lot in a lot of lines. Okay, let's restrict the knight, stop the bishop from threatening the a pawn. So now the bishop's kind of blocked behind his own pawns. I can capture this diagonal. Actually, let's just activate the rook first. All right. So if if the bishop comes here, that would be a nuisance, wouldn't it? Maybe my knight can come here. Actually, rook here, bishop here. I can go rook up. It's fine. And hey, I have a friend who says he wants to get better at chess. Then when I lent him a chess book, he was like, "A reading? Oh no, thanks. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. People want to get better without studying. It doesn't work so well. All right, rook on the 7th. It's good stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, even beyond making a grandmaster, geez, like you wanna get better than. Oh wow, I can just take the pawn now, right? I just win a pawn. I don't mind that. Yeah, all these squares are covered, right? So the rook here is not a problem. Okay, now this square is not covered. I can take another pawn though. Might as well take another pawn. Seems good. His rook comes in, but I should be fine actually. I have this move. Oh, my bishop though. So what am I doing with my bishop? I guess bishop here. And then rook here. What do I do? Maybe just bishop here. Let's go bishop here. A lot has changed since I first started streaming. Yeah, I really got into learning this program OBS. um, so I started putting my camera up, and then I started yeah, trading is good for me. I'm 2 pawns up here. Come on. Okay, so he's threatening my bishop. Yeah, so I really got into the technical aspect of the audio and the video quality and whatnot. So I started to improve as much as I could in that respect. So I think bishop back. Oddly enough, it looks really weird, but I think I have to play it. And now I threaten his knight. And I think he has to take, and then I'm fine once I recapture. If he moves the knight anywhere else, I just take his bishop. Yeah, thanks. The jazz, it's interesting. Oh yeah, just take his bishop. The jazz is interesting to me because I figured out a way to do this to where I'm not like hit with copyright on YouTube. Because I'm still uploading the streams and the games from the stream to YouTube, but I don't want to upload the music to YouTube. So I've got OBS figured out to where I can record my microphone and Lichess sounds, but I don't record the music. So the music is only live, and the music doesn't happen in the YouTube content. So that's a neat trick. A lot of streamers don't take advantage of that feature of OBS. Okay, so knight f3. I play knight f6, and now c5. Okay, now I think bishop f4 and queen b6. I'll take here. Pawns on light squares. I don't have a light square bishop anymore. It's useful to have the pawns, the light squares controlled by my pawns. All right. So bishop e7, castle. Play it safe. H4 looks aggressive. Wow. So knight here threatens to win a pawn. No, it doesn't actually. Never mind. Let's play h3, h6, just to fight over the square. All right. And now knight here and knight back. Actually, like this isn't a big deal anymore. Maybe I'll castle queenside here. I don't know. Let's go queen b6 and see what he does. This pawn is under fire. All right. So I think I just castle, and I can play for like a5, a4. Knight h7. Yeah, knight here and here. And that would have been good when my queen was here. And trading, is trading good for me or him? I have more space actually, right? So maybe I don't want to trade. It's a really minor point, but actually I don't have that much more space actually, because he has the advanced h pawn, I have the advanced c pawn. I think I'm gonna continue with my plan a5, a4. He takes here, I'll take this way just to have another place for my rook. Okay, so now he's threatening stuff on the king side. Okay, I'll just keep going, I think. I need to open up the center. Actually, yeah, maybe knight takes, bishop, knight back, and then, f6, e5. Seems like a good plan, because I need to, I desperately need to open up the center against his king. He's getting away with way too much on the king side. Maybe just f5 here. I can't play e5 yet. Maybe f6 is needed to support it. Yeah, f6 actually stops this move and threatens this move. I'm weakening the light squares, but my opponent doesn't have a light square bishop. He sacked a piece here. What in the world? So I can play king h7 and rook g8 to defend now. Okay, that does not look like a sound piece sacrifice to me. Yeah, like he's all in. Pushed all his chips on the table. Okay, so yeah, just can't play this move. His king is still in the center, by the way. It's definitely something to note. Maybe just king back here. I don't want to play f5 to allow him to play g5. Yeah, I think just king back simple. Like his queen can't come in anywhere, so we're covered. This diagonal is useless for the queen. So can I play this move? After like takes, I have a bishop. Well, his knight is still there. You can't. This pawn's pinned, right? That's fine. It's simple. Oh, he's queen here now. Ouch! I didn't consider that. Oh, but then I have like yeah, rook here. Yeah, this is fine for me. Yeah, I don't want to play in the queen side. I want to play in the center. Okay. So I can pin up the knight. Whoa, my computer is being crazy. I think my computer is not happy streaming today. I don't know what's going on here. Wow. Yep, I'm sure the stream just froze there, and I dropped some frames or something. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't dropping frames, but I was. The stream itself was frozen. So knight here is tempting for this threat, but I think I need to stop. I need to stop the queen from coming to this square. So I'm going to go rook here first. That also threatens this, and then queen rook here next. All right. So now bishop here, and now I'm threatening this, followed by this. Okay, it should be back now. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Imhane. I'm streaming on quite an old computer. It's just the one that's most convenient because it's the only one with a webcam. I could go back to the pre-webcam days with another computer, but so far, haven't really wanted to do that. So knight here's an idea, queen here's an idea, after rook takes. All right. So actually, that actually meets both of those, but we're defending these squares. All right. So I think knight here is still a good move for knight there. So white has sacked a piece for this position. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So knight here threatens to win this pawn. It's also a great little octopus controlling all these squares in white's position. White's half of the board. Those are all squares on white's half of the board. All right, now I'm just forcing the trade of queens. This rook trade is not going to bother me, especially being a piece up. All right, and yeah, I'll have some weak pawns, but I'm just a pawn up. I'm sorry, a piece up. I have the extra material here. Okay, but I only have half a minute here. Oh, I thought I had something with that. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing this pawn, I guess. I think I need to just do this. Should be a good plan. This would win this pawn. So my rook is tying his rook up. His rook is tying my rook up. But I can just take stuff with my knight. but I only have half a minute. And I think I just messed up. Whoa. Four seconds. Remove everything. Come on. Wow. It's going to be checkmate. With 3 seconds to spare. All right. Whew. That was rough. Tournament pairings are not closed. There's only 15 seconds left. So that was 3 in a row. I got 12 points. 33 out of 300. Top 10%. Solid performance, even though I lost 4 games in a row at the beginning there. Jeez. Oh, that's 4 games in a row, actually, that I won. Not bad. Not bad at all. My. Easy to get discouraged after losing 4 in a row, but winning 4 in a row feels pretty good, actually. Yeah, squeaky bum. You mean the time pressure? That's funny. Okay. So it's almost 5 o'clock. I have time for maybe a couple more games. Hey, Payne, you feel like playing? One more, or is it too late? Okay. Yeah, cool. Send me a challenge, or maybe I can challenge you, actually. Oh, I don't see you online. All right, go ahead and sign on, and we'll play. Whew. But, once again, I want to look at that tournament really quick while Imhane is going to send me a challenge. So yeah, the first 4 games I was paired up against like 2 people that I should have had chances to draw at least, and then 2 people that I should have beaten. Right, 1,500 players, and it felt so bad to lose to 2 1,500s in a row. But then I got my confidence and bearings back, and I beat 2 1,700s and a 1,600 after that. So, man, what a roller coaster. Okay, here we go. 5-minute casual standard. Okay, good luck. Have fun. The Rebellion says, beginner here, I know the rules and how to play essentially, but is there anything you recommend learning how to play more efficiently guide? Well, to the beginner, okay, so you need to be aware that there's 3 stages of the game, right? There's the opening, middle game, and end game. So as a beginner in the end game, you need to know the basic checkmates, how to checkmate with the queen and checkmate with the rook. And for the middle game, you need to know some basic tactics. Like what does a fork mean? What is a pin? What is a skewer? And then for the opening, you just need to know to get your minor pieces off the back rank. That's basically it. See what I've done here is I've moved all my minor pieces off the back rank. He's done the same, actually, you see. And then lastly, you figure out where you want your queen to go, and your rooks are connected, and the opening's over. Then we can start the middle game. So yeah, I don't know. As far as playing more efficiently, maybe you mean like win more efficiently. Yeah, I mean it's about tactics, right? When you're a beginner up to 15, 16, 17, even on up to 1800, most of chess is just about tactics. Who can win material? Now my bishop's not good back here. Got this backward c pawn. Oh, he's giving up the bishop pair. That's an interesting choice. Maybe he thought his dark square bishop wasn't going to be very good. Yeah. Hey, no problem. No problem at all. That's what I'm here for. Like, I don't have a lot to offer what other streamers don't, you know. But one thing I do is I try to explain a lot of my moves. So actually, this rook move here actually doesn't make a lot of sense now that I'm looking at it. And he's just proven me because this rook here has a nice pin. So the pin means that the rook, the pawn can't move or else it'll take my queen. So that was a good spot by my opponent. And Imhane and I have only played a couple of times, and we played earlier today. And something I noticed is that he seems to know like the early middle game slash opening, like actually even better than I do. But I tend to fight back somehow in the end game slash late middle game. That's been the pattern so far. We'll see if that pattern continues. Right now, it looks like he's just winning. Okay, so taking here. No, I don't want to take there. My queen's under attack. Let's just go here, I guess. He can win the bishop pair back, but I think his knight's probably worth more than this bishop, who's stuck in kind of a defensive role right now. All right. Let's strike with this pawn, maybe. Oh, right. He was just attacking my king. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I at least got a threat here to win a pawn back. Right now he's up 2 pawns, but yeah. So let's take here. And now I want to get rid of my weak c pawn. So and that pins his knight. Okay. I'm gonna put my bishop here. And finally, my bishop, who's been hiding behind my own pawns, now suddenly has a life, looking at squares in the white position in the white camp. So I still have the bishop pair. That's a nice thing to recognize about the position. In games tend to favor the person with 2 bishops rather than 1 or 0, as long as you can keep control of the knights. Right now the knights don't look. I don't know. Maybe I should take this knight off. Actually, it's his best piece. But then he gets the protected pass pawn. Let's not do that. Let's just capture this file. Come up in here. Okay, he's starting to checkmate. That I should probably see. If I take this, he has to take back with the pawn. I give up the bishop pair. I could go here. That also stops the checkmate. He does this move. And I just take his knight. Okay, cool. By the way, thanks for the follow, the Rebellion. Okay, so now this was my threat earlier. I'm going to just get on this 7th rank. My pieces are getting active. So queen up, I was looking at this earlier. The queen doesn't have very many squares. Rook here threatens to trap the queen, so let's do that. Oh, so he's got a check here, but how does he save his queen? I think that's worth playing, actually. I'll give up the pawn just to win the queen. That's interesting that the queen has been trapped in its own territory. Usually you trap the queen in your territory because they've been too aggressive with the queen. In this situation, white just let my rooks infiltrate much too easily. So now he's got to do something about his knight. I'll trade that off. Just because now the bishop pair is less important. What's important now is simplifying. All right, so how do I do something with my rook again? So maybe the rook on the 7th again. I can get my queen to threaten f2. He gets to here. Oh wow! So there's a tactic. He just won the queen back. Ouch. Yeah. So that's called a fork. Oh, that hurts. That hurts really bad. Now I'm just down a piece for nothing. Man, that really hurts. So I'm down a piece and like 4 pawns. That's incredible, actually. All right, let's get my king involved in the defense. I can't go there actually. There's a knight fork. Let's go here. Take away that square from the knight. Okay, so king here. Bertrand coming in with the bits. Thanks a lot. I'm losing here against one of my viewers, but I appreciate your support, Bertrand. If you guys haven't already, give Bertrand a follow. He's a fellow streamer. I think he's a little bit stronger of a chess player than me, and you'll learn quite a lot from his stream. All right. Yeah, I'm just basically just trying to flag my opponent now. I don't know how else to win. I don't have anything left to play for. So I'll take this pawn and then come over here. Oh, no, he's just gotten behind his passed pawn. I think I have to go here now. I go here. Oh, this check actually will win the game actually very quickly. Yeah, because king here and it's just checkmate in like 2 moves. Yeah, well done in Maine. Well, very well played. Good game. So he got one. So our score against each other now is 2-1. So I won 2 games earlier this morning, and now he won. He won a game against me with a nice knight fork winning the queen. Let's play one more. I'm gonna have to try something different in the opening against Imhane. Oh, he signed off. Okay, he's gonna quit while he's ahead on the stream. I don't blame him. That's funny. I just noticed right here in my little cup the sub today. Someone subbed earlier today, and it's just like hanging out on the rim, not falling down. It's kind of hilarious. Imhane says it was fun. To be fair, I'm fresh and you've been streaming for a while. Yeah. I mean, it's been a couple of hours. I've been playing a bunch of games, but man, yeah, that knight fork really caught me by surprise, winning the queen. What should I? I mean, obviously, I wonder how long that was there. Actually, let's go back. Yeah, like even right here, it had been there for some time actually. Yeah, well, not that long. It's funny. It was there for as long as this pawn was hanging, right? So he takes, yeah. So he's just up a rook after taking my queen. Yeah, he didn't need to. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good game. Good game. Whew. All right. So let's play a couple more 5-minute games, I guess, and then I'm probably gonna call it an evening. Oh, a garnish on the side of the drink. Yeah. Bertrand, that's funny. The sub added an umbrella to the drink, to the cocktail. Okay, Queen's Gambit accepted. Let's go e3 first. I'll take the pawn. All right, develop my pieces. So queen here. I think I'm fine. Just develop pieces. Good idea, main. Thanks for joining the stream. Looking forward to see you again in the future. I'll be live again on Monday evening. Okay, so my bishop looks good on a3, but I think I want to play a4 first. So let's do that. Oh, okay. I didn't realize what Rivian said after that. Oh man, am I trapping my own queen here? Trying to defend my bishop. Yeah, I think my queen's gonna get trapped if I try to defend my bishop. Bishop here, pawn here. Well, I go here, but yeah, I'm just losing the bishop. So where do I want my queen? Not on a3. I want my bishop here. So I'll just come back somewhere. Hi, I guess all the way back to b1, and then queen here. All right, so what were you saying earlier? Definitely going to be watching more often. I love this game, and I just recently decided I want to become more serious. Watching you play is definitely already giving me a new mindset. Keep on. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So something stronger players will do is what M. Hain said: is just try to memorize opening moves. Yeah, memorizing openings is not the most ideal way to start out because you're playing moves that you don't understand. You certainly, if you can memorize moves that you actually understand, then yeah, more power to you. Do that as much as you can, but you should seek to understand the moves primarily. Okay, his knight is really bad here. I wonder if I go bishop here, he's forced to play b6. So knight here would make sense to put pressure on this pawn, I guess. So that way, after here, I can take and then win this pawn. All right. Oh, bishop here. The queen is on this actually. All right. Let's just let's go here. So I'd like to get my knight to this position. If I play c5, I could go this way, but c5 runs into issues. I think I'm blocking on my own bishop actually. Maybe bishop here deserves some attention. I don't know. Like bishop there followed by c5. It's just weird to put the bishop so far in. Whereas bishop's good from long distance, the knight's not. Queen here would be nice if the knight wasn't there. Let's just support my c-pawn for now. I guess to here says, play slow games and take your time. Fun games, fast games are fun, but not the best way to learn. Right. Yeah, no, I do tend to try to slow down. For some reason, I joined a blitz tournament because there were no more 10-minute tournaments about an hour ago. So at least none that I wanted to play. Because it was like the Petrov defense. I don't know anything about the Petrov defense. Okay. Yeah, and then I just got in this habit of playing 5-minute. All right, so yeah, point well taken. I think I will slow down. Interesting that he played back. Actually, I have no idea why that. I'm gonna go here. So I've renewed my thread of this, but he probably plays bishop here now. Interesting. If I take here, the queen. Yeah. So this ruins this pawn structure. I might as well do that. It also helps me activate my rook. So yeah, queen rook here, followed by doubling up. Seems good. Challenging my rook is going to be difficult. He's kind of cramped here. All right, so I'll double up now. Certainly don't want to take the bishop. This bishop sucks. My knight is really good here. And now I think rook here makes some sense. It pins the bishop. Actually, knight here attacks the queen. I can take here with check. Yeah, that's much better. Weakness of the last move. He just undefended the pawn when he went back this way. So this is a nice knight fork. He takes my knight. Sorry, he takes my knight. Then I take his queen. That's not a knight. That's a rook. If he takes my rook, I take his queen. If he takes this rook this way, same way. If he moves his queen, then I take his rook with check and then save my own rook. Probably rook here. Yeah. So I take here with check. He'd like to be able to take my rook, but I can't. He can't, right? Because he's in check. So he takes my. He doesn't even take my knight actually. So now I go rook here. That way, if he takes this, I take this. And if we trade, and he takes my rook, then I can take his bishop. I'll pre-move this. I just got to be careful about my back rank. If queen takes here, I have checkmate. Or it's not checkmate, but I'm winning the queen. It's important to study openings, and there are millions of variations you have to learn. Yeah, well, it's funny. There are nice websites that you can go to that kind of make a game out of it. If you do want to memorize openings and that's your thing, and you can understand the moves you're playing, then there are like chesstempo.com is known as a tactics trainer, but they also have that drops that. So he has to play knight back, I think, or knight back this way. Yeah, I recommend Chess Tempo or some other openings trainer that will oh, so now queen here would be a really easy win because I can just trade everything off and then this passed pawn wins me the game. Easy win. So I was up the exchange, but I decided to simplify into an easier ending to win because this passed pawn will just win no problem. I might have made this more difficult on myself, actually. Yeah, we'll see. Eventually he has to move his king, and that's the point. Or maybe I'm the one that eventually has to. Oh, but I can go here. Yeah, this might not be so easy. Maybe I've actually thrown away a win here. I don't know. If he goes here, I go here. And then he has to move his king. Yeah, this is fine. Now I'm moving in here. And now my pass pawn really does win. Okay, GG. Let's go here. I can just eat up his pawns. Instructional videos with female host, Kipo. XNXX chess. Oh, interesting. I've never heard that. I've never heard of that one. All right, so let's see if this guy wants to play again. And he does. All right. Okay, so this is kind of a weird Sicilian where he plays d3. I don't know what to make of that. And f3? What is he doing? Maybe he thinks I know openings well, and if he plays something weird. Okay, I'm gonna take this just to ruin his structure. How does he defend the pawn? Maybe he has to go back. Okay, I'll just take the free pawn. And now I'll go back with the queen. Yeah, I actually don't know openings all that well, and so his strategy here of just getting a weird position with white is probably not going to work out very well for him. Knight here was a nice threat, but I missed it. All right, pawn storm. Let's go. No, that's not gonna work. You don't have a G-pawn, buddy. All right, open up the queen side. Sounds good to me. I think I should castle. I'll go ahead and do that. I might get in trouble over there, but I feel like his king is slightly less safe than mine. Okay. All right, so now the pawns are even, but I should be doing fine here with both rooks pointing at his king at his queen side where his king is. All right, let's go this way. I have ideas like queen here and there. I can also consider like taking here. All right, let's just threaten mate in one. It's kind of hard now to give the. This is a normal escape square for the king, but if queen here, I can just take his bishop. All right. So now knight here seems like an idea. Threatening knight here. Also threatening his bishop. The knight can't be taken. There's a rook takes, and then this pen. This knight check would be kind of devastating if he allows it. Probably c4 is a good move. What would I do on that? Oh, he doesn't do it. Okay, so I'll just check. That wins the queen or wins the game. Yeah, let's just checkmate. GG. Looks like he wants to play one more time. Okay. See how this works. I guess here. Are you trolling people? Trying to learn chess? That's not cool, man. Okay, so bishop here is a neat. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a waste of time, actually. It's just develop and try to play good moves. My bishop. Where does my bishop want to be? Probably on the long diagonal here. So let's go a3, b4, and bishop b2. Knight here and here. Oh, I could have just taken his knight just now. Whoops. I think I'll go check. And then bishop here. That wins the knight. Of course, he's got queen here threatening my bishop, but then I'll win the exchange. So I should be fine now. Actually, it's not the exchange. I get a full rook because if he takes back, I get his other rook as well. So even if queen here, bishop takes, he should move his rook and not take my bishop, and then I can defend. Yeah, because otherwise I win a rook. So right now he's only down a piece, but if he takes my piece, he's down a rook. Yeah. All right. So now I need to save my bishop. I can do that with this. Okay, so let's activate my rook. Maybe double up this way. You think it was a joke? Okay. All right. So I think bishop. So pawn here makes some sense actually. Opens up my bishop. This bishop's already good. I don't mind the pawns being on light squares. Okay, so let's attack his queen. Actually, that doesn't trap his queen because he has this square, but that makes his queen look awful. All right, so I'll double up the rooks now. On here, I'll just go up. I definitely want to trade here. I'm up material. Trading is good. Fewer pieces on the board means your extra piece is just that much more valuable. I have this bishop here. All right, and his queen looks terrible on this position, not doing anything. Trying to think of what else I can do. Once I move my bishop, I think this pawn is lost, so that's probably a good idea. And if I could get move my pawn up and get my bishop around to here, I would trap his queen. I don't know how I would do that exactly. If he moves his f pawn, then that's more of a plan. All right, let's just actually this is threatening to win his queen now. Yeah, I just happened to notice that his queen was stuck on a light square, and I have a light square bishop. So this plan kind of just made sense to me. I mean, my initial if I had come up with that idea when I played here, I would have been happier about it. But the only reason I moved here was actually just to win the pawn. Whereas when I moved here, I realized that my bishop could come around and attack the queen. So yeah, that was fun. So I beat that guy like 3 times in a row. Wow. Fun stuff. Well, guys, I think I'm going to check my followers and see who we have that I can probably do a raid with. If you guys haven't done a raid before, it's kind of nice. We all just stick around, and all of us go to a different channel at the end of my stream. So we will see who's here. So main sequence 12. It's an Australian guy. He's really cool. Let's all go to main sequence 12. So just stay right here, and Twitch will send you automatically over there. So just make sure the top of the chat box says leave, and don't touch anything. We'll be right over there. This is Joseph Chris signing off. Thanks for joining. If you like what you saw, hit the follow button. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.